It begins with silence. Not the kind you find in the quiet corners of your home, but the thick, unnatural hush that blankets a remote corner of the earth. The kind that presses against your skin like damp wool, making your breath feel watched. Far off the western coast of Scotland, beyond the crashing tides and jagged cliffs, lies a cluster of windswept rocks known as the Flannan Isles. Uninhabited, wild. A place most sailors pass with a shudder, in a quick prayer to the sea. But in the winter of 1900, these lonely rocks were home to something more than just gulls and mist. They housed 3 men, lighthouse keepers assigned to the brand new beacon on Island Moor. Their job was simple: tend to the light, log the weather, survive. But by December's end, they would vanish without a trace. It's one of Britain's most chilling maritime mysteries, and more than a century later, we're still left asking, what happened on Flannan Isle? The Flannan Isles Lighthouse had only been operational for a year. Built to protect ships from the brutal Atlantic waters, it stood 75 feet tall, a column of hope carved into nature's indifference. Assigned to maintain it were 3 men: Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur. Experienced, respected. Solid men, each with a reason to be trusted alone in the void of sea and sky. On December 15th, a passing ship reported something odd. The light was out. No beam pierced the storm-churned night. No signal cut through the endless dark. Just silence and sea spray. But in those times, weather was king. The storm was savage and no boat could make the journey to investigate. So the question lingered. Was it a failure of the flame or something else entirely? It wouldn't be until December 26th, 11 days later, that the relief vessel Hesperus would brave the waves and arrive at the island. What they found wasn't just eerie, it was wrong. As the Hesperus approached, no one came to greet them. No flags waved. No figures stood waiting. The landing stage was untouched. The supply boxes still sealed. Not a soul in sight. Captain Harvey and his crew stepped ashore cautiously, calling out, hearing only the wind's cruel laughter in reply. At the lighthouse, the door was closed, but unlocked. Inside, everything was still, too still. 2 of the 3 oilskin coats were missing from their hooks, suggesting 2 of the men had left the lighthouse. But MacArthur's coat remained, a troubling sign, given the raging cold. In the kitchen, plates sat with uneaten food, chairs pushed back suddenly, as if someone had left in haste. A clock was stopped, a logbook open. The last entry dated December 15th. 3 men, gone. No blood, no struggle, no clue. The final entries in the logbook were unsettling. Thomas Marshall noted a terrible storm, more violent than any he'd ever seen. James Duckett, usually calm, was described as very quiet, and MacArthur, the strong one, was weeping. A seasoned mariner, crying from fear, but the skies had been calm on the 15th. No storm was officially recorded in the area. What storm were they seeing? Then, nothing. No further entries, no goodbyes, just a final note. Storm ended, sea calm, God is over all. It was as if the island itself had swallowed them whole. No footprints leading away, no sign of escape or violence, only emptiness, and that damn silence. Investigators arrived soon after, and what followed was confusion, speculation, and one enduring mystery. The official theory? A freak wave. The western landing platform was badly damaged. Ropes and iron railings were torn loose. It looked like the sea had risen up. and taken everything with it. The theory went like this. Perhaps one man ventured out and was swept away. The others followed to help, only to meet the same fate. Logical, clean, but flawed. Why would all three leave? Why without warning? And why take only 2 coats? And MacArthur, he was known to be hot-tempered. Would he really rush into a storm half-dressed? It didn't add up. Then came the stories. Whispers passed in low tones over pints and stone-walled pubs, of ghosts, curses, and something darker, something not of this world. Some believed the island was cursed, ancient, feral, a place not meant for men to linger. Before the lighthouse, locals avoided the isle. They said the rocks moved, voices echoed from cliffs, and strange lights danced across the sea. Superstition? Maybe. But even the church bells in nearby Breskleet rang on their own the night they vanished, or so they claimed. Others spoke of sea spirits, the blue men of the Minch, mythical beings said to capsize ships and drag sailors to the deep. Could they have returned to claim the Watchers? Who dared to build a light in their domain? The sea doesn't forget, and sometimes it punishes. Still, there were theories more grounded, but no less sinister. One popular idea: murder. Some believed a fight broke out between the men. Tensions, isolation, madness creeping in with the salt air. MacArthur was the wild card, volatile, proud. A man with a history of violence. What if he snapped, struck down his fellow keepers in a fit of rage, then leapt, or slipped, to his death in the waves? But again, there was no blood, no broken glass, no dragged furniture or torn clothing, nothing to suggest a struggle, just 3 ghosts, and a lighthouse still standing. Others theorized something darker: espionage, abduction, or even time slips. Time slips. Now we drift into stranger waters. Some fringe thinkers believe the Flannan Isles sit on a rift in reality, a place where time folds, where the past, present, and something else intersect. Could they have walked out into a different world? Stepped off the island and into oblivion? No evidence, no proof, but no bodies either. Still, among the most compelling possibilities is the one rooted in nature's fury. That a rogue wave, towering, sudden, and without warning, struck while they secured supplies at the western landing. One man caught first, another rushed to help, then the third. All 3, gone in seconds, swept into the cold mouth of the sea. It's plausible, but there's one problem. If they were swept away, why was the kitchen left in such a hurry? Why was MacArthur's coat still hanging? Why was the light never reignited? Why was the clock stopped? So many questions, and not a single satisfying answer. Decades passed, generations came and went, but the mystery only deepened. Writers fictionalized the event, poets weaved sorrow into verse, and conspiracy theorists dug deeper, looking for patterns where only fog remained. The Flannan Isles became a story, a ghost tale for sailors, a warning for lighthouse keepers, and a riddle for the curious. Yet, some say the answers don't matter, that the sea demands some secrets remain buried, and perhaps that's for the best. So now, we're left with the silence, a lighthouse that blinks dutifully into the void, an island battered by wind and waves, yet unmoved by time. No new clues have emerged, no bones, no journals, no signs of final struggle or peace, just 3 names, carved into history by their absence: Marshall, Duckett, MacArthur. Did they fall victim to nature's wrath? Or to something darker, older, unseen? We may never know. But the next time you stand at the edge of the sea, and the wind stills, and the silence thickens, listen closely, and you might just hear them, still watching, still waiting, from the edge of the world.